Hi, everybody. I think I'm live. So a very, very big, sunny, warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi, everybody.
And I've just realized I've done a real Mercury retrograde thing.
So a very, very big, sunny.
Okay, I'm hoping that I've now eradicated the extra feedback. And I just want to thank you for being here. I'm usually very, very private. I don't share when my birthday is. Yes, there are many astrologers who sort of put it out and they have it in their books. Even my lovely friend, dear friend, Pam Gregory, she puts her date of birth out quite openly in her astrology books. So, but it's not something I've done. So this feels like a big step, a stretch. But then I got to thinking, what could I share with you astrologically about birthdays? And I got to thinking, oh, there's actually a lot of things we can talk about today. We can talk about the sun in your chart, your sun time. Okay, it happens to be a Sunday today. But this day that you are born, and thank you, there's tons of good wishes coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wasn't going to play that, but okay, it seemed to just come out. So just thank you. Can we find reasons to celebrate one another? Could it be a birthday every day of the year? Chronia Pola, thank you very much, Claire. Chronia Pola means many years, and it's what people say to you here in Greece. So, the sun in your chart astrologically shows where you can shine, where you can shine your biggest light. So wherever the sun is, whether you're an Aries, a Taurus, a Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces, no matter what sign you are, you are on a special mission here on planet Earth to shine the very best and the very highest qualities of your sun sign. And a lot of people ask me, well, is the time of birth important? And the answer is yes. If you don't know your time of birth, it can be calculated. It's a very complex procedure called rectification, but it can be done, or it can be done, you can get very, very close to somebody's actual birth time. Because the birth time shows which sign was rising on this eastern horizon as the sun rises. Yeah, that's when the sun rises. It's such a magical thing when the sun rises. I'm actually quite overwhelmed here with all the well wishes. And I just want you to know that magnified to you, I'm a Sun-Jupiter person, so I magnify those well wishes and I'm just beaming them back to you. So I hope that you are feeling all this energy of this sun energy, because that's what we're working with, the sun energy. And I love this quote by Hafez, the poet Hafez, who says, the earth would die if the sun stopped kissing her. So we need the sun. The sun is your energy force, your life force. It's what lights, it's what you need to allow to shine the most. And of course, with each sign, there are characteristics that, in my view, come from the old world, because we are now transitioning from an old astrology paradigm to a new astrology paradigm. And we're straddling the two, if you like. We're kind of just purifying and purifying, as this oracle girl would say, Jacqueline Hobbs. We're in a process of purification. So, for example, as a Libra here, the old frequency of Libra, what I see old that actually needs to go, is this energy of wanting to please everybody else and not pleasing yourself. Now, I know we've all got a little bit of that in us, or most of us. You kind of want to have peace and harmony, but Libra goes over the top. Most Libras, okay? Depends on other things in the chart, but Libra has a tendency to want to make things nice, maybe to cover up the truth in order to keep the peace. And of course, it does come back to bite you on the bum at some point in your life. It doesn't go away. But this would be, let's say, not a good quality of Libra if it's not done in a way that is beneficial to both parties. A higher expression of Libra as we move into this new earth is, how do we see the beauty in every being? Libra ruled by Venus, excuse me, Venus. Venus, the planet of love. Venus wanting two to come together as one. And really now it needs to be all of us to come together as one, and yet maintaining our individuality. We're in this era of Aquarius. I can't find anything. I think my pen's a bit behind here. Okay. But I was showing this the other day. Aquarius energy is what we are into now, this age, coming into this age of Aquarius. I'm not sure if I've got it at the right angle. And if you'll see here, these are parallel lines. And parallel lines, as Sri Sri Gurudev would say, go into infinity. So we can be together forever as long as we allow one another the space to be one another, to be yourself. And for me, my greatest dream here, because I was thinking, what's my dream for my birthday? Yeah, actually, I don't have any sort of big personal desires. That's sort of dropping away. And more, my greatest desire is that you shine to your fullest potential. And that each one shining like these bright lights, like the sunshine, that you rise up on that eastern horizon and your light cannot be extinguished. Only you are now expressing it consciously rather than unconsciously. I think Jesus said, I'm sorry, I might be misquoting it here, please add here in the chat, you are the light of the world. Lucy, you bring me so much light here, helping, moderating in the chat, such a support to me, such a love to me. All of you who are here now and who come later, such love to you. And that would bring me the greatest pleasure, that each day you would say, I'm going to shine my light. So let's look at the different signs, because we've got all the different signs here. Who's an Aries? Let's start with Aries. We always start with Aries, the head. Aries, the opposite to Libra. So we'll do both. We're going to do them in twos, okay? Because they very much reflect one another. So twos. Aries expresses its sun by being innovative, by being courageous, by taking a risk, by stepping out and saying, I'm going to try it first. I don't mind. Doesn't matter that nobody else has tried it. I'll do it. Aries says, I've arrived. Sorry. Yes. Okay, you know. So when an Aries, yeah, really, we want to know you've arrived. Yeah, you're out first. You're the head first. Lead the way. Don't be afraid to lead. Show us what bravery is like. Show us what courage is like. Be the epitome of that, of something new, of saying, all right, the old is gone. Let's try something new. Ah, Anisoara, your birthday too. Happy birthday to you in Romania. Okay. And Libra, you see, Libra is more like, it's very much still wanting to please, wanting always this kind of energy of harmony. Yes. That will be the energy that Libra wants to bring. It's like, let's just waltz, let's dance, let's make this into a tango, let's tango for two. Yes, how can we sort of share this along? This will be this energy of shining. Of course, there's a lot more. I'm giving you tidbits here of my new book eventually when it comes out. And I'll have music with the book and paintings with the book, so that you will be able to raise to the highest frequency and live your chart. I used to do this many moons ago. I used to play people's charts musically to them. Yes, so for you to live and dance and play your life to that highest frequency, that is using the astrology, your footprint, your fingerprint, your uniqueness to bring in the new earth. It's how you can find your place in these earth changes. This is a hugely privileged time to be alive as we make a massive transition. You'd have to be really sleeping not to know that we are in this mass of the old dying, the old guard, the old powers, the old governments, the old corruptions, the old greed. It's going, you know. It's going. Kohala, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being born. It's going. All those old things that you didn't want anymore, they're going. They might have a little bit of a fight in them yet, but they're going. And the more you shine your light, the quicker they will go, because they won't be able to stand it. They'll be blinded by your light. It's like Sadhguru when he talks about a cobra Very dangerous snake. And if you're frightened of it, it will go for you. But he has no fear. So he's able to hold that cobra. And the cobra just relaxes into his arms. So even the most poisonous, deadly force, if you are in your essence and shining your light, it will acquiesce. And if necessary, it will just disappear. Its poison and its sting, even though it may have it still inside of it, it's not going to use it. Wow. Woohoo! Birthdays, they're full of expectations, aren't they? Yeah. I woke up this morning with some of that old stuff, you know, ticking away. I don't know about you. Have you always had smooth birthdays? You have sort of high expectations about this day, or I used to. I remember not so many moons ago, really crying about a dear friend who forgot my birthday. And it was such a drama, you know. I like the Greek word for drama, drama, yeah? Such a drama, drama. And I thought, I was kind of waking up thinking, you know, will all the people remember? And I thought, what is that? This is just such an old, needy, abandoned child, old frequency that is disconnected from the truth. And I thought, no, this is not how it is on birthdays anymore. Yeah, Sarah Elizabeth, your birthday was always so sad. Yeah, I'm sure you've had many experiences. Okay, your birthdays were very ordinary, Tesseract, and you love it. Yeah. So I had no expectation. I just went into a deep meditation this morning, beautiful one, and recognized that the light comes from within and not from without. I've had a lifetime looking from without, yeah? Are they going to send me cards? Are they going to bring me a present? Have they remembered? Will they sing happy birthday? And all that stuff. Yours is tomorrow. Happy birthday tomorrow, Liliana. Yesterday, happy birthday, Kelly, for yesterday. But all that icky, needy energy. But as you recognize that your sun shines from within you and you develop the insight, that's why it's my greatest wish that you will shine your sun to its highest and greatest potential. Because that's great for all of us. It's going to make you happy, number one. And if you're happy, I'm happy. Reminds me of the Barry Manilow song. Oh God, I'm showing the number of times I've been around the sun. And you see, I can't smile without you. And I can't laugh and I can't sing and I'm finding it hard to do anything. I feel glad when you're glad. And I feel sad when you're sad. And if you only knew what I'm going through, because I can't smile without you. But there's a deeper level of truth in that. Because we do feel each other deeply. Deeply. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. My dear, dear friend John, he's just lost his kitty. She died in his arms. And, you know, when I got his message, you know, I was crying with him. We feel one another's sadnesses. We feel one another's joyfulnesses. But we've really got to kill on the head this old frequency of criticizing one another. You need to know that that you are loved. This needs to be, oh, Jack's energy, thank you. There's a tribe somewhere, I don't know where it is, but apparently there's a tribe when somebody has done a terrible deed in this tribe. They put this person apparently in the middle of a circle. And each person from the community remembers and speaks out a good thing that that person did, something kind. One after the other, after the other, after the other speaks the kindnesses that this person has done. Not looking for that one thing. Because we've all done things that we're less, you know, like to hide or not, or feel ashamed of. And even in the midst of, I mean, I'm enjoying this because I love the music of Chopin. And there is the 18th piano competition going on in Warsaw, in Poland, in Chopin's home country right now. And there's all these fantastic musicians. Oh my goodness, the creme de la creme of musicians from Japan, China, Korea, Canada, all over the world, playing beautifully from their hearts and souls. And you read in the chat, and I try not to look at it actually. Wrong note, too slow. I mean, just the criticisms. And somebody said in tonight's chat, why can't we just sit here and enjoy the music and appreciate the hard work that these musicians have put in to create such a joyful and heartwarming concert. That's the old paradigm. So that's the old Virgo. I'm going to chop around with the signs here. Sorry, I'm not going in order. So Virgo won't like this, but it's all right. But the Virgo energy has got this critical side to it in the old paradigm, in the old frequency. The one that we don't give any energy to anymore when it's used in an abusive way. I mean, God bless my mother, and I do. But when I used to practice as a child, I'd be practicing away and I'd be playing her. She would shout from the kitchen to me, wrong note. And this went on incessantly, you know, every day, every day. And you don't forget that. You kind of just, you begin to close down. You begin to close off. And we've grown to enjoy criticizing Xena, haven't we? Xena warrior. Yeah. So Virgo is wonderful at discerning. Yeah, that's why it's the herbalist. That herb will cure this. Thank you, Betsy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, Virgo says, yeah, it discerns. It can pick something out and say, this will be useful for this. Okay. But when it is being used to criticize and to pull down, we're not helping one another to shine our suns, to have every day be a birth day. I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you, Audrey. I appreciate you. So let's look at let's look at some of the other signs as they come up. So let's look at Taurus and Scorpio. Actually, no, let's look at the opposite of Virgo. Since we're doing Virgo, we'll do Pisces. All right? Do them in twos. We've done the first two, which is Aries, Libra. Let's do the last two, Virgo, Pisces. So Virgo, you're the healer. You're a writer. You're a speaker. You are good with the communication. You're good at analyzing the information and getting it in an order so that we can use it, so that it's useful. You're good with the earth. All the earth signs are good with the earth. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. As I say, there's a lot more to say because it's going in a book. But I just wanted to, and so musically, Virgo would be something, I kind of think of a piece of Bach. And then we've got Pisces, the opposite. So Pisces wants to escape, yes? So let's look at the frequency that we are evolving out of. Pisces, the victim. Woe is me, poor me, the earth is too difficult here. Let me escape into maybe drugs, alcohol, anything that takes me away from the reality of the pain and the suffering of this world. I can't bear it. It's too hard for me. It's too hard. So we have to move away from this victim consciousness. And Virgo will give you practical solutions as to how to do it. A, B, C, D, E. Little baby steps. And then the highest expression of Pisces, of course, is this ability for everything to be melded together. We meld. Everything is in a flowing soup of water. It flows. It comes together. And yet Pisces is these fish going in opposite directions. So yes, we go in different directions. We go exploring, but we are forever connected in the water frequency. I'm so grateful for this community. Thank you, Tesseract. I am so grateful for you, dear soul family. It's such a joy to be with you. I hope that you are feeling as though your sun is coming out. It's nighttime here, but I feel as though the sun is out here in Greece with you. That's great. Althea, you've given up the drinking. Awesome. And Pisces, the highest expression of love, really. The compassion for all beings, the end of suffering for all beings upon this planet. Be the Piscean flowing. It's flowing. It's streaming. Anyway, it's flowing. It's just got a flowing type of energy. All right. Think of water. Think of waves. And then we've got Gemini and Sagittarius. Where's my Geminis? Where's my Saggies? So Gemini, the old frequency of Gemini is the gossip. All this stuff on social media, these old things wanting to tell on this one and that one and another one. Using words in a negative way. And of course, Gemini is the wordsmith, rules language. Using language to the highest ability, whether through writing, through speaking, through energetics. The use of the hands, right use of hands, very dexterous. I'm always thinking of something very light. It's got a sort of light touch. Just a lightness of energy. Yes. Showing people that they can be butterflies. A butterfly type of energy, a frequency. The frequency of spreading your wings, flapping your wings. It does rule the arms. Gemini rules the arms and the lungs and the breathing. A lightness of breathing, a lightness of being. And you're going to know different people and you can bring out those highest frequencies. And we've all got a bit of each sign in us. It's just that when you're under one sign, and you'll also have a moon sign and an ascendant, and those two will be part of your mixture. And then we've got Sagittarius, which has to do everything in the big way. It magnifies things. So Sagittarius on the lower frequency goes to extremes. Extreme one way, extreme born again religion, but to an extreme where everybody's got to convert to what you want. Almost to a maniac type of energy. Can be. Sagittarius, the adventurer, showing us that we can explore new horizons spiritually, to spread our arrows out there. Not to stay in, but to see a wider perspective, to see the world, and to recognize that we're surrounded by trillions of stars and trillions of so many different possibilities. And I'm reminded of this, by the way, I'm just improvising the pieces at the moment. I don't really know what I'm going to do until I do it. I played a wrong note, and let's use the Benjamin Zander. How interesting. Let's make it interesting. Because you sure know somebody's being real and in the moment. If something does go wrong, and things do go wrong, and that's okay. So Sagittarius is also very generous, this generosity of spirit that there's plenty to go around. There's so much abundance. We don't know what to do with it. So that's this higher frequency up. Want constantly to be focused upon, is this the highest frequency I can express right now? And then we've got Cancers and Capricorns. Cancer. So the negative frequency is the neediness. Cancer, the mother of the zodiac, the nurturer, not wanting to leave the arms of the mother. And a needy energy. Oh, don't leave me. Don't abandon me. Ah! I need a home. I need safety. Safety, security. And safety and security are all right if it's not bringing a huge limitation to your world, if you're not limiting yourself. The raised frequency is erasing our negativity and erasing our limitations. The bumblebee, somebody was sharing with me the other day. Somebody wrote to me saying that the bumblebee should not be able to fly. It's got a wingspan of 0.7 centimeters squared and it weighs 1.2 grams. And according to the law of aerodynamics, it should not be able to fly. And it does it. So what limitations are you arguing for? You can do the impossible. So don't let that Cancerian safety energy. I know I'm Cancer rising. Yeah, I'd rather play it safe. So the highest expression of Cancer, the higher frequency, making a home and a family for everybody on the planet. And when everybody feels home and everybody feels welcome, there's no need for that sense of protecting from harm of somebody else, from a predator. I'm wondering if we'd even have predators in our animal world if we didn't have predators in our world. Just thinking. Skeptome, as we would say in Greek. So what would be very Cancerian music? Home sweet home. Everybody has a home, but we can't rest until all of us have a safe place to sleep, a safe place to be you, to be welcomed as you are, the unique being that you are. And then we have the Capricorn energy, the opposite. Capricorn, another earth sign, working with Mother Earth. And so the possible negative expression of Capricorn is the workaholic, can't stop working, has to be productive, has to be useful, has to keep going. Doesn't take enough time for home and family and gentleness and nurturing. I was so touched today when Tasuli was at my door this morning with some roses wishing me happy birthday. And he's such a Capricorn, bless his heart. You know, it's very hard for him to express any kind of emotion. You know, and I was so thrilled, you know, I hugged him and we, you know, and I could see he was terribly embarrassed by my enthusiasm. Difficult for him to experience that deep nurturing. So it can be that way. I'm not saying it's with all, but this is just a general energy. And the higher expression of Capricorn is how can we organize our systems? And if ever we need the Capricorn energy now, is how we're going to organize government, how we're going to govern. What systems are going to be working for the betterment of the whole? Our politicians are supposed to be working for us on behalf of the people, not on behalf of the billionaires and the banks. Don't get me started. And I'm not a Capricorn, but it's about how are we going to use healthy structures, healthy boundaries? How can we simplify our world? Everything is bound by all these rules and regulations. You go mad. Every time I click on a website now with Google, I've got to accept all these cookies, and will I accept this? And you're in the EU, and it's a load of baloney that we're working and wading through, which takes the energy. Let's make it simple on each other. Yeah, let's have rules that work, like red traffic lights, sure. But all these extraneous things? Some music for Capricorn. Well, it's kind of got a structured feel. Well, this would be structured. Sorry, getting carried away there. But I see something big, big structures. What do we want our buildings to look like? How do we want our architecture to be? What are the new buildings that nourish the human form and the animals and the trees and nature? I can't remember what I've done now. I can't remember who I've played for and who I've not played for. So, oh dear, Mercury's retrograde. I might have to go over this. Dear, dear, dear. I've done Cancer, Capricorn. I've done Gemini, Sag. Did I do Taurus and Scorpio? I haven't done you yet. Okay, I'm going round. I'll come back to you in a moment. Leo, Aquarius. Maybe you're a Leo, maybe you're an Aquarian. Leo. The old frequency that we are moving away from. Me, myself, and I. Aren't I marvelous? And there is only me in the world. And there's only me that matters. This is the old. Highest expression of Leo, the sun, the sunshine, the heart energy, the connecting of hearts, creativity. I love all the images that are coming in. Woo-hoo-hoo! You're my sunshine. I feel as though each sign needs to have its own signature tune. And then we've got Aquarius. Aquarius. The shining of the individual within the whole. The old frequency of Aquarius could be cold, robotic, humanoid, separate, not connecting. And the Aquarian energy, and we're in this age of Aquarius now, is about these lines, they're parallel. So we go to infinity, we recognize our eternal being, and we create equitable communities. We create innovatively new things that have never been thought of before. We connect with all the star beings, all the galaxies, technology going to amazing levels, but never forgetting the person and the connectedness. I'll do something different because I can't remember that at the moment. It's sort of, Aquarius always beats to a different drum. It's got a different sort of rhythm to it. Yes, but it's just offbeat. You want something that is syncopated. That's the Aquarian energy. It's offbeat. Yeah, it wears odd socks. Yeah, it doesn't mind being odd. Proud of being odd. Proud of being a little bit peculiar. And so the last two, I'm not sure how Taurus and Scorpio got to be the last, but we've got the eclipses coming up for the next year and a half, starting next month. Whoa, more about that in next month's video. More about these signs. They're certainly going to be coming a big spotlight under the collective for all of us during the next year and a half. So Taurus, Scorpio. Thank you very much, EJ. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody who is contributing in your own way here. Some of you financially, thank you. I appreciate you. Many of you with loving comments and sharing with others. Lucy, thank you. Jimmy, thank you. Just good wishes, good thoughts. They all make a difference. I'm convinced that everybody can be healed if we want it for one another. That's another subject, and hopefully next month I'm going to be Lim Taggart, who is the one of the leading experts about intention and creating intention for one another. Can bring about miraculous healings. Thank you, Brenda, and miraculous things. So that's coming. A treat for the future. So Taurus, Scorpio. You've been very patient. The fixed signs have got a cushioned love. I like that, Radhika, cushioned love. So a negative expression of Taurus can be slowing things down too much. Yeah, Aries says, whoa, this is a great idea, let's go. And Taurus will say, well, hang on a minute, can we afford it? Can we do this? Yeah, it sort of pulls back can pull back. And sometimes that's needed, but often it's not. Can be very stubborn, doesn't want to hear something new, doesn't want to have a change when it's stuck in a rut and its wheels are spinning and it's still staying in that rut. You say, no, 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 don't push me out of the rut. I'm happy in here. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you. So Taurus. It will be something very Taurus ruled by Venus, so sort of slow, sensual. Let's enjoy life. Let's enjoy the food. Let's enjoy. So reminding us to enjoy our earth, to enjoy the senses, to activate the senses. Could do that right here, right now, here. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? That's what I'm doing here with you. I want to activate for you different senses, different chakras, because the different signs actually activate the different colors, chakras, gemstones, music. Yeah, everything's connected, of course. 12 tones, 12 signs, 12 disciples, 12 body systems. Yeah, it's all. There are no accidents here. And then we've got Scorpio. Scorpio. Beautiful Scorpio. Each sign is beautiful and can be expressed negatively. So the old frequency that we're losing with Scorpio is this need to have revenge, to get back at, to not forget, to hold on, to dig into the dark and the evil, and to keep wanting to dig into that, and more drama and more stuff. And well, let's dig a bit deeper. We haven't gone far enough into the blood and guts and the skata, as they call it in Greece. I'll leave you to think about what that could possibly be. But what is that? Yeah, look, not to dig around in the dirt forever. That's a negative, possible old frequency. There's a quote I read today about, I can't remember who said it, but we spend so much time looking at evil, looking at corruption, looking at all these things, instead of looking at the wonder of the fact that the sun rises every morning, and the miraculousness of that, and where we're focusing our attention. So Scorpio is the most powerful probably of the energies, of all the energies, and then the highest frequency shows us that we can transmute, we can transform, we can rise out of the ashes like the phoenix and fly, that there is life beyond death, that you are strong beyond your imagining. Teaches us loyalty. So Scorpio, well, look, Scorpio is intense. scorpionic energy. What's happening? But it's so powerful, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. Just those 4 notes that Beethoven has made into something unforgettable. So Scorpio is pretty unforgettable. So of course, there's a lot more to this. Now I'm going to do a webinar for those of you who are interested. And we'll look at the sun in your chart. We'll look at where it is. We'll look at when you get another birthday, because you do. You get another birthday when the sun crosses your ascendant. It's usually a good time of the year for you. So if you're Cancer rising, you get another birthday around the July time. For example, if you're Capricorn rising, you get another birthday around January time, December, January. So there are different energies of birthdays. The solar return chart, I promised I would cover that. And people often ask me, oh, my hearts are dropping off the wall. Put one here. There's something known as a solar return chart, which can be constructed for the time of your birthday at the particular year. And you can go to a different city or a different town to so-called get a better solar return chart. But I have to tell you, in my experience, it's not worth doing. Don't travel, don't spend the money on going somewhere else to get a better chart. Rather, stay where you are and raise the frequency so that you can live out your solar return no matter where you are, and you're not a victim to having to go to a certain place to be able to be the best that you can be. So I really want to thank Lucy. She's been terrific today. Thank you, Lucy. I want to thank Jimmy, who's also been terrific here today. Thank you for your help. So just in closing, really, I want to thank you all for the birthday greetings, for your contributions, for being in this beautiful soul family together. May you shine your brightest light. I'll finish with a Marianne Williamson quote, who said, there is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that another person will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. So bring out that child in you, get some teddies or whatever brings out your child. Do something that enables you to shine your birthday light every day of the year. Much love to you.